All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It is right now match point, game point for Team Liquid. They are one game away right now from taking down this clan war and obviously advancing to the finals of the NASTL for the $10,000 prize pool, a staggering amount of money for Team League. Let's go ahead and get into game number 2 between Liquid Hero against FXOZ.
OZ. Yep.
OZ.
Now it is game, set, match, and point if it is for Hero. In the top right-hand corner is the blue Protoss. The lower left-hand side, it's the guy that has everything riding on him. Twilight, FOU, or FXO Oz in this case.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's an agreement.
And this is single elimination like we talked about. So, I mean, if this is it, then Oz is out. And with him, all of FXO. So they'll have to... I think they'll play for a third-place match, which is difference in prize pool, if I'm not mistaken, right? Mm-hmm. So, of course, there will be another match if they do lose this. But honestly, if I'm FXO and I go into this clan league and I'm looking at my opponents and it's Mao's, Empire, and Team Liquid, I'm thinking this is a pretty good opportunity to pad the pockets of a lot of my players. So it would be a big opportunity lost for them to lose here. And unfortunately... well, not necessarily unfortunately, but at least at this stage, Team Liquid's making it look like actually it's Oz that should have been thinking their difficulties were yet to come, because Team Liquid's proven to be quite the obstacle.
Team Liquid showing some really big upsets now. A lot of people are going to give us a little bit for that because obviously Team Liquid people are very strong, but you know, these FXO players, they get to play in a Korean house. They get to play in the GSTL, and they get to participate in the GSL. There's a lot of quality practice partners that they're obviously able to train with. And it's not really that situation for the foreigners, so it makes it a very difficult situation for them. And I think that's why a lot of people do favor FXO, but it's turning out not to be the case, as you said. And we're going to be in for a real treat as we go into the game number 2. Now, you're a pretty good Protoss, if I may say so myself. Tell me what's going on in this beginning stage.
Once again, Hero has waited to do that delayed scout. This is something that is pretty cutting edge. There's different schools of thought. We'll see German players like Sok and Hasuabs not scout at all, and their build just flat out takes 4-gate into account, but is also a pseudo answer to everything else. Koreans don't subscribe to that school of thought for the most part. So they'll delay scouting, but to just not scout doesn't seem to be on the menu today. So there we go. Hero's going to pull into the base, see the double gas, see the double gateway, and pretty much the same thing as last game. Now there's a little bit of a difference here going from Hero. Late gas, so 25 supply gas. Chrono Boost is nowhere near what it was last time. He's now Chrono Boosting out a Stalker. And there's a third pile in his base, and I do anticipate that he won't 4-gate, but of course I could be wrong, as that second gas hasn't finished yet. Could cancel it. I don't think he will, though.
No, I don't think so either. Now,
Twilight Council.
The main reason is, oh, wow. Very interesting. The main reason for that is because he didn't Chrono Boost actually his Warp Gate out. So it looks like he's doing the same type of build. Are we going to see Dark Templars 2 times in a row, Jeff?
You know, gosh.
That'll be like
it's such a funny frame of thought, because it's like, surely it wouldn't work again, but because you're maybe making the assumption that that's what Oz is thinking, that you then do it because it wouldn't work again, right? Well, I mean, there's no reason not to. He's got a game to give. Oh. And DTs can be an instant win. But that probe does get in, and it's absolutely going to make its way over there. And there it is. It sees the Twilight Council. Do you go Dark Templar from here? That would be so bold. There's no upgrade just yet, though. There's no upgrade just yet. And oh my gosh. Where is it? He's still hovering around the money.
What is
he could build a Dark Shrine or go Blink, but if you go Blink, you want to do it faster as opposed to later.
He's going to Sentry.
He's
going to Sentry, no upgrade over there. That's very peculiar. He obviously has the money. You can see he's floating over 200, 200, so he can get either of those upgrades. In the meantime, we do have, looks like a fast
exact same build from us.
Yeah, he's done. Maybe Dark Templars would have been good in this position.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't think we'll see the same mistake. I should be seeing a robotics facility. There it is. The robotics facility goes down instead of going something like Gateway Tech. So very aptly made over there.
Now Hero's just expanding later.
Yeah.
Up until now, that Twilight Council has been completely dormant, so he just wanted to go for the slightly faster Nexus, I guess, which is a little bit strange because he's actually had the money for it for a little while. But the nice thing is that, I mean, well, not necessarily. I don't know. Kind of an interesting little development there. Now, Oz will have the faster expansion. He will have Robo. Robo, of course, does allow you to produce Immortals as well as Observers, so you're both safe against DTs, but you also have the option of anchoring your army against a Blink Stalker army. But oftentimes, if you spend too much on probes and too much on Immortals, a massive Blink Stalker timing can do a lot of damage. Well, will Hero go for that? I don't think so, though.
It'll be interesting. Just to let you know, for ladies and gentlemen at home, just to bring the math in, it takes actually 2.5 minutes for a probe after you go into super saturation, which is after 16 minerals, or not 16 minerals, 16 probes on 8 mineral patches. Once you go past that, it actually takes 2.5 minutes just for that particular probe to make back its money. So if you overinvest there, you'll be in a situation where you have to wait maybe like a good 7, 8, 9 minutes just to get your probes, you know, actually making money for you. So it could be very difficult. That's a big place where it's like, how far do you actually want to invest? I have to be careful because my opponent has a little bit of timing on me.
Big misstep from Oz, losing 2 Stalkers for free.
Yeah.
Shield damage was done, but that can of course regenerate. Blink makes that obsolete with those force fields going down. So actually, in the blink of an eye, all of a sudden Oz is in big trouble. Now, why is this so critical? Well, if you look at that income tab, Oz is ahead in Harvesters, which is actually uniquely bad for what's about to happen. 5 gateways, 0 detection kicking in, and it would appear that Hero has blood on his mind.
Yes, and you know, with this high sentry count, it actually limits your ability to do a lot of stuff. The high sentry count basically says a lot of the, you know, units that could have been Stalkers, Immortals,
Gretorp.
whatever it is, it's instead going to be sentries, which kind of are the tickle monsters.
Oz is going Robotics Bay behind this too. And he just simply won't have the time. Look at the huge swell of units making its way across the map. Pylon does go down for Hero. I mean, if you look at that, not production tab, excuse me, but just the supplies, Hero's actually trailing, but he's got 11 less Harvesters, which means his army is about, well, it's just bigger. And more importantly than the size of it, it's better equipped. Like you said, all those sentries, great for force fields, but Blink don't care about force fields much. Zealot's going down, Blink back defensively, and with just the one Immortal, it could come down to this fight.
You know, and this looks to be easier than a gold level Terran player that plays Halo, man. This is going to be very, very easy for Hero to clean up. I don't think Oz actually has a response to this. He has to play like this. He has 2 Immortals out here. The probes are being pulled offline, but it's going to be enough. Those force fields are just so devastating.
Great micro from Hero. Immortals up until this point have actually been shooting Zealots, which is just not good. Now a good concave. That Immortal has been exposed. Nowhere to escape. Does go down. The other one's pinned up against the Nexus, and Hero is using his range units to optimum form, picking off Zealot and Probe alike. Immortals just now entering the fight. But look at that. 5 more Stalkers enter the field, and Hero could tie it, or not tie this up, but end it. Team Liquid could be the victor.
Yeah, a 3-0 win would be awesome for them. Of course, putting them into the finals, it looks like that's going to be the case as he targets down the first Immortal. Now the second Immortal is going to go down. The Immortals are the only things that are dealing maximum damage against those Blink Stalkers. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to have our winners. GG comes out. Team Liquid will take it, and they'll be going into the finals to play against the winner of Empire.
In convincing fashion, Gretorp. 3-0 over FXO. That is huge. The little guys coming in the clutch. TLO taking down Gumiho, Chef taking out Lucky, and now Hero doing what he does best for Team Liquid, holding it down, taking out Oz 2-0, or excuse me, 2-0 with a pretty easy victory. Again, kind of going back to what I was talking about earlier, a lot of Koreans subscribe to these thoughts where it's like, should I get detection? Yeah, I mean, if he goes DT, that's how I'm going to win. But if he's not doing DT, if I go 5-gate expand, I should be advantaged versus 90% of the builds I'm facing. And that is the dice roll that Hero took. So, I mean, FXO, Oz, he played safe up until that. He expanded earlier. He had the Robo-Faster, so he had that detection. But unfortunately, donating a few Stalkers here, a couple of bad force fields, and all of a sudden he's playing catch-up. And if you play catch-up with Hero, man, you're going to be mustard.
You can see playing brutally.
I don't even know what that means. Okay. I just did it.
Okay. Playing brutally efficient like that, not even worrying about a ton of builds. That's what Hero did. He didn't have to worry about a ton of builds because he was just like, I'm going to beat this set 100% of the time, or you know, maybe 70% of the time, or whatever it might be. Get an advantage. And even with the Twilight Council being spotted out, he was able to play a lot more efficient than his opponent. You saw those sentries actually working against him. Of course, I'm talking about Oz. it was working against him, and ultimately it just put him so far behind. Going that Colossus tech, I think it was a little bit too bold. And if he kind of, based out a little bit, got his foundation really set up with those Immortals, the Stalker count, things like that, it would have been a lot better. Of course, there's a lot of different mind games that go on Daybreak, which is quite a big map, and there's little chokes, so I don't think he was expecting a heavy pressure build like that from Hero.
It's tough, though, because I mean, this is a bit of a disclaimer, but in PvP, there's so many choices you have to make off of sometimes educated guesses, and then other times you're just rolling the dice. Like the robotics bay, in this case, a terrible decision. The observer does get to the base and it finds out, oh gosh, the guy's going 5 gates, 0 robo, no dark shrine, he's just coming after me, in which case of course that's dead weight. But if it gets to that base and Hero was going robo, just slower with a slower expansion, a slower robotics bay, all of a sudden we're talking about how brilliant Oz is. So that is the nature of the beast, and it's very much so more common in mirror matchups, but I think even with that, maybe ZVZ edges out PvP, but there's a lot of that in those two matchups. So
definitely not TVT.
Not TVT.
Not
TVT, I feel like 2 good players enter and the best one leaves 9 times out of 10. I love TVT. Don't get me started on that. But this is the day of Team Liquid, 3-0 for them. They'll be going to the final, single elimination. So, of course, FXO will have the chance to redeem themselves in that third place match, get some cash for themselves. But that's it for this.
Yep, so ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank the people that made this possible. Of course, Azo Monitors, iBuyPower Computers. We want to thank Kingston HyperX, Cooler Master, and Beyond Gaming. Also, we got to talk about our giveaway that we're doing now. Make sure that you check this out, because this giveaway is going to finish when the NASTL is over. That means you only have this week. Go to facebook.com, search Azo USA, and like them for your chance to win that beautiful monitor over there with all your favorite people.
Wait, all I have to do is click like on something and I have a chance to win something amazing?
Exactly.
But is there like a shipping and mailing, or
no.
do I have to sign up for it?
You have to sign up on Facebook. Are you signed up on Facebook?
If you're not, you're... What are you on, MySpace? Everyone's on Facebook, man. It's a known fact.
Obviously.
Barack Obama's on Facebook.
Yeah, he is. And he has like 1 million followers, or not followers, but likes. Anyway, go over there. You can also call the 800 number for a limited time. You can go there, 800-800-5202, extension 200 to purchase that beautiful monitor. That's still signed. I mean, we have a ton of those. Well, actually, it's limited time. I shouldn't say a ton of them. There were a lot of them. A lot of them were sold, so definitely get it while it still exists. I actually don't know, Elliot. I don't know if we actually have any more in stock, but still, check it out at that 800 number. Also, check out Beyond Gaming, a new desktop application that allows you to connect with your friends a lot easier. And not only that, it helps out with a lot of tournaments.
Auto reports, it keeps stats on virtually everything you do.
Yes.
And I actually get to personally work with Beyond Gaming, so I'll tell you, they're actually working with pro gamers to make sure this is the kind of app you need and want. This is not just some, hey, a lot of people will use this, so let's kind of put a half-butt project out there. They're actually continuously working on this and have been for months. So. I'll give my personal vouch. It's pretty dang good.
Beyond Gaming, pretty handsome. So definitely check it out. You can check it out at beyondgaming.com/page/BG link. Last but not least, I want to thank my co-caster for today. It is none other than Jeff iNcontroL Robinson. Jeff, thanks for coming in today. You got some shout-outs?
It's my pleasure, man. I really, like I said, thanks for having me out here. It brings back a lot of great memories. You guys have gone leagues and levels beyond where you were, and I'm so proud and happy to see it. Shout out to my team, of course, Evil Geniuses, for letting me do this trip and constantly supporting me in my endeavors. Our wonderful sponsors, Intel, Kingston HyperX, Monster Energy, Steel Series, Sapphire, a whole bunch of other guys. Thank you all for all that love and support. And then you know what? I'm going actually right from here. I'm not sure when this broadcast, but I'm going from here to Lone Star Tournament, which is this weekend, and I'm really excited about that. So if you're in the Austin, Texas area, please do come out. If not just to see amazing matches, then also to accept a awesome handshake, perhaps hug and conversation from me. I would love to meet you guys. And then from there, it's MLG, and guess what? It's tournament season. So NASL Season 3 is coming soon. IPL, MLG, all those guys doing their good stuff. I'm really excited. I can't wait.
Well, iNcontroL, thank you so much. And while you're over there at Azo USA, also follow him on Facebook and Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Of course, I'm just Gretorp. And that's going to do it for today. So, ladies and gentlemen, from everybody here at the NASL studio, thank you for tuning in. We will catch you next time.
All right. And we're
You
back.
thought you were
Delphi
watching us
versus
still.
Stefano.
They thought they were watching us still. That's
Oh my
cool.
god, NASL, your stream froze.